In our worldview today, more than a dozen Colombian citizens and 2 Haitian Americans have been arrested in connection with the assassination of Haiti's president. Haiti's police chief paraded 17 of those men before journalists at a press conference Thursday, showing their passports along with their weapons. Now, 11 of those suspects were detained at the Taiwan embassy in the country after they broke in there. Colombian officials say their suspected citizens were retired members of the country's military, and the government's pledged to support the investigations there. Now, President Jovenel Moïse was shot dead in his home just outside of Port-au-Prince on Tuesday, sparking unrest in the country. And police say they're still searching for 8 additional suspects who are on the run, while 3 others have been killed. Haiti's borders remain closed while the acting prime minister has imposed martial law. The Taliban have captured a key crossing near Afghanistan's border with Iran. Afghan officials say fighters seized the Islam Kala crossing in the western Herat province, prompting Afghan forces to abandon their positions. This marks the 3rd border crossing the insurgents have taken in a week as the U.S. and its NATO allies withdraw from the country after 20 years of fighting. Taliban officials say they now control about 85% of Afghanistan, but Afghan government has dismissed those claims as propaganda. The Islam Kala crossing is one of the largest trade gateways into Iran and home to tens of thousands of Shiite minorities. And finally, some welcome news out of China. The country's environment ministry says giant pandas are no longer endangered in the wild. The news follows years of conservation efforts aimed at expanding the animals' habitats and replanting bamboo forests to feed them. Officials say there are now 1,800 giant pandas out of captivity, but they still remain vulnerable. The ministry also says the number of Siberian tigers, Amur leopards, and Asian elephants have also visibly increased.